Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Pascaline, and in this video I'm going to be giving you a list of important things that you need to do when you arrive in the UK as an international student. Doing these things in your first week of arriving in the UK will definitely help you settle in faster. The first thing you need to do when you arrive in the UK is to ensure that you've completed your enrollment and you have full access to your timetable. This should be done before you arrive in the UK. However, if you come to the UK and you've not done this or completed both processes, then you should do this within your first week of arriving in the UK. And if you find out that you have any issues, then you should contact the necessary department and it will help you to resolve your issue just in time. The second thing you need to do when you arrive in the UK as an international student is to get a UK SIM card. Many students already have SIM cards when arriving in the UK from their home country visa offices. But if you're coming to the UK and you don't have a SIM card, then you don't have to worry because there are several options for you. There are several network providers here in the UK that even give discounts to customers. There's the Barra, which gives you discounts for your first 3 months. There's GiveGaff, there's 3, which give you discounts as well. And there are several others. The university also gives free SIM cards at the Fraser building. You can buy SIM cards at the airport or in supermarkets close to the entrance. There are usually points where you can buy SIM cards, and also accommodations also give free SIM cards. Like my accommodation gave free SIM cards because there were loads of international students there. The third thing you need to do when you arrive in the UK is to get your BRP. Your BRP is a biometric residence permit that shows that you are legally able to reside in the UK during your time as a student. So this document is important and you need to collect this within your first week of arriving in the UK. And when you get your visa, there's usually a document that states the point of collection for your BRP. And most students like myself would opt to get your BRP at the university, which is the Fraser building, while other people would opt to get theirs like at the post office or somewhere close to the address if you already know where you'll be living. But I think that a safer option is to collect your BRP at the university, but that is left for you to decide. The fourth thing you need to do when you arrive in the UK is to get your student ID card. Your student ID card is important because it gives you access into university buildings like the library and many others, and also helps you to prove your student status when you've been asked to prove this. So you need to collect this within your first few weeks of coming to the UK, and you get your student ID card at the university after you've collected your BRP. So if you decide to collect your BRP at the university, then you'll be issued your BRP and then you are directed to the point of collection for your student ID card. The fifth thing you need to do when you arrive in the UK is to apply for your national insurance number. So your national insurance number gives you the right to work and earn in the UK. So you should apply for your national insurance number if you choose to work part-time while you study. So while you're getting used to the city and settling in, you can be waiting to receive your national insurance number, and once you receive this, you can apply for part-time jobs and then start working. The sixth thing you need to do when you arrive in the UK is to open a UK bank account. Once you've arrived in the UK, there are several options for you. First option is to open a digital bank. These banks don't require much documentation and your account can be opened in a few hours. I think the only thing they need is your BRP and a proof of address to prove that you live in the UK, and then your account is open after they've verified your account. And the well-known digital banks are Sterling Bank, Revolut and Monzo. And then once you have all your documents to open a physical bank, you can proceed to open a physical bank. And you can choose from like several physical banks. There's Lloyds Bank, Barclays, Royal Bank of Scotland, there's Bank of Scotland. There are many banks that you can choose from, and these banks also require that you apply online, and after verifying all your documents, your account can be opened in like a few days. During peak periods when there are like many students opening banks, it can take a while. I think in September it took me 3 weeks to open my first bank account, but then in January I opened one in like 24 hours. So it just differs. During peak periods it can take a while, but other times it's quicker. The seventh thing you need to do when you arrive in the UK is to register with a GP. It's essential that you do this once you've arrived in the UK and not wait until you urgently need to see the GP. And you can register with a GP through the NHS Inform website, and then you see all the GP practices, and then you can make applications to the ones closest to you. Make sure that when you check for a GP practice, you check if they accept patients from your postcode, because some GP practices may be 20 minutes, 30 minutes away from you, but they may not accept patients from your postcode. So make sure that you are checking that. And the eighth and final thing that you need to do when you arrive in the UK as an international student is to join clubs and societies. Attending Freshers Week is a great avenue for you to see clubs and societies that interest you, which will help you make new friends while you're exploring the life here in Glasgow and settling into your new life here at Glasgow. Well, I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope to see you soon.